Hello, I'm back. Load shedding happened and we try to sort out the light, so I've got a light back. Thank you, Jesus. And I have my fan. Can you guys tell me if you can hear the sound of the fan? That side. Where are you? Who's back? Show me who's back. Who's back? Who's back? Who's back? We're running up here, trying to look pretty again. Who's back? Who's back? Hi, Delisha. I guess it's a newbie back. I was just speaking about my survival kit. Have you been joining me, or you decided to come on now? How's everyone doing at home? Judy Marks, welcome, welcome. Is the new guys coming back? Where's my guys? Where's the guys? Where's the guys at? We had a bit of a technical glitch. I'm so sorry for that. But when load shedding happens, it happens. It's shedding, and we totally forgot what time. I don't even think it's load shedding. It just could be a cable issue again from our side. Could be a cable issue. But I've got an amazing family. I'm sorted for now. Hi Judy, hey Judy, hey Judy. I'm just going to carry on speaking because there's people who watched earlier, and when I came down here. Judy, we have to start wearing glasses. So see, brille and pille. You know, we're getting at that stage now. I had a message from a friend who sent me after 30, she's starting to take Brufen. Is it Brufen? Welcome back, guys. Welcome, Sasha Lee. Hey, Sasha. How are you? Thanks for joining me tonight. Thank you for joining me tonight. We already have gone through half of the part I wanted to speak about. Please stay there. Please do me a favor, Sasha Lee, Judy, if you can. And Delisha, where you are, can you share this video and tell your friends to come and watch? And then I've got a video a few minutes back as well, if you guys can do me the honors to share that. I was speaking about my IVF experience, and I'm just going to carry on with that because I've covered COVID, I've covered my rape experience, and then I'm covering now my miscarriage. I've just said that at 6 weeks I fell pregnant with IVF, in vitro, what do you call it, and then went to the doctor, checked, and then 6 weeks I'm pregnant, and guess what? It was twins. It was twice. It was twins. It was twins, and we were so excited. So of course, as a mom, you start to plan, and for those women that has gone through miscarriages and things will totally understand, because you start planning, you start dreaming. I started having names. Myself and my husband decided that our kids' names is going to be a pigeon pair. And it's going to be beautiful. I'm gonna have a girl, and then he can have his boy. And a few weeks after that, I think it was 2.5 months pregnant, just before my 3 months mark. I think it was for 11 weeks, few days. I started feeling extreme pain, and I had to go to the hospital. Or I called my doctor, called my husband, called the doctor, told me to elevate my legs, that I'm going to be okay. Because if they know that if you are IVF patient, that sometimes these things happen where you're a bit crampy, a lot of cramps, because you still have to go through quite injections and stuff. And they know that you have excessive cramping. It can get very, very, very tough. You know, it can get excruciating. And I started seeing blood, you know, and that scared. And I think when a woman is pregnant, everybody that's here, hi Yolanda, hi Sasha. Sasha's also got a son. So you know when you are pregnant, when you start seeing blood, then you start worrying, isn't it? What's happening? And hi Chantel, our front runner. Hi Rueda, welcome guys. I have been on earlier, but I'm sure we having a cable issue this side because our lights went and we didn't get a notification of load shedding. It's quite an odd time. Usually we're 8 until 9 or 9 until, you know. So I'm sure they'll work on it. We're not sure how long this will take, so I have temporary, or my family has temporarily put on a light for me to make sure I can speak to you guys, because the Wi-Fi will last for the next hour or so. So I'm going to, so yeah, I went to call the doctor, and I said to the doctor, she said I should come in the next day, I should just put a bed on, it should be okay, but I instantly knew something wasn't right. Who knows that you know, thanks to Wada, who knows that you know when something is wrong with you, and I literally knew when something was wrong with me. I knew that I didn't hear the 2 heartbeats, I didn't feel the 2 heartbeats. It was like 2 drums playing inside of my tummy, you know, and I went very silent. And in this, hi Jennifer, thanks for watching, Please do me a favor, if you are there, just share this video. There's one previously, and I explained that we have a technical glitch, where I think there could be a cable theft or something around us, and we had to come back with a temporary light and Wi-Fi. So I'm back with the second part of this. I have shared a bit earlier, so I'm just doing this again. And we read the scripture, Psalm 3 verse 5, and everybody know that, not Psalm, Proverbs 3 verse 5, forgive me, and trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. And this is what I needed to do. I needed to trust God with everything I did. So I went to the doctor knowing that I lost my baby, and because I realized I had a show, and I was worried that the other one is being compromised. So we got to the doctor, and the doctor gave us the worst news, and it's unfortunately, Mrs. Waldman, you've lost one baby, but we have good news that the other baby is alive. So now you know what's going to happen. The struggle will happen, and there's no way they can remove the baby out of my womb. They have to leave it there until I give birth to my baby, my oldest boy I have now, and just Cortez. Hi, welcome Sheila. Sorry for that, guys. Sorry for that. It was painful. It was a very painful experience. And what I usually do when I go through grief, I go into silence, and I didn't want to see now. The first person I rejected, I think, was my husband, because now you're thinking, I don't want to see you. I've disappointed you. I might not be seen. I'm not sure how it goes your side, but a woman that sometimes don't have kids, we are so stigmatized as people can call you men sometimes, and you've married a man. So I was worried that I'm going to lose the other baby, because I was still showing, for Jennifer, that's also a nurse who will speak about it, I was also showing something they teach us called a show, and that's a bloody, slimy discharge that you give off as a woman. And came home, we had to deal with it, and the first thing I said, I wanted to go to my mom. I wanted my mom. You know, as big as I were, as buried as I were, it doesn't matter how big you are, when something goes wrong, you want your mama. And I wanted my mom. Things became bad, I went into my box because I was worried, and I think not even a few days after that, I needed to rush to Port Elizabeth, because Cortez was going to cardiac arrest inside of my womb, and I needed to rush him there so the doctors could stabilize his heart in my womb. This was the most amazing thing ever. All the experiences I had through. If you look at it now, it's amazing. When I was going through it, it wasn't amazing. And of course, if you go outside, you have to put the facade that everything is good. And as I mentioned to you earlier, remember the year before, I was putting my husband under a lot of pressure to make sure that we're having babies. Lift your legs, don't do that, don't lift your arms, lay like this, do it like that, hold me like that, and things like that, and it goes on. My previous video will speak about that. So we lost the baby, had to rush him to PE so that his heart could be stabilized. And it was, hi Tarita, welcome babes. And so I had to rush out. For those who's coming up now, I have spoken earlier, and we had a bit of a technical glitch. We had load shedding, or we had cable tie, something happening. So we've got a temporary light. That means I only have 10 minutes with you from now to go. So stay with me for a minute, because I'm going to bubble a lot, since I'm back with some of you again. So I needed to I needed to go to PE, and it was a constant. I blacked the whole pregnancy through, only because there was another baby. And the doctors told me that my other son that, or my son that survived, and I knew that time it was already a boy, survived, that he's going through mourning. So you yourself was thinking, what mourning? How can the child in the womb go through mourning? Yes, my son went through mourning, and I experienced, I couldn't do any lifting or any, it was a terrible time. It was terrible, terrible, terrible. A terrible time. To lose a baby, I don't care what stage it is. I do care, I must say, I care which stage it is, but it was the worst experience ever. I would not want my worst enemy to go through losing a baby, or artificial insemination, or losing a parent. I should just think loss is just loss, and it's not easy sometimes, So I went through that, and the whole pregnancy through was terrible, where you had to, the baby was too low, then I had to lift it, then I had to go, someone was going to push the baby up so that we can sit, otherwise I'll prematurely give birth, and the complications to it, knowing that I still had a dead baby inside of me. So for 36 weeks, I literally walked, 38 weeks, I walked around with Cortez, which we named after we lost the one. Cortez already knew his name at 3 months. We called him on his name when we addressed him in my home. His name means conqueror. And we called him whenever something went wrong, I started bleeding, I used to say, Cortez, Mommy love you, Mommy want to see you, and Mommy's excited to give birth to you soon. And that was my affirmations I gave in my belly to keep the one alive while there was still another one alive. My tummy was looking the most strangest tummy ever. But then it was skewed, then it was straight, because Cortez didn't want to touch. And he didn't want to touch the other side. He kept staying on one side, because on the other side was a dead baby I had to carry with me. The worst questions was, how do you lose a baby and keep it in you? People were just so insensitive in the time. It was painful. How do you lose a baby how can you lose a baby and there's another one? What happened? And how? I didn't know what happened. I don't know how I'm going to keep a baby inside of me for 36 to 38 weeks. I think, I can't remember. It's been 9 years, guys. It's been 9 years. How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do that? I don't know. People were very tough on me. They said, they're telling me, what do you mean there's a survival twin? What is a survival twin? And people looked at me like I was lying in the time. I must be honest, it was the most painful experience. So I decided to withdraw from society. When everything becomes negative, and energies are negative, and spirits are negative, everything is negative around you, you have to really lean onto the cross. And I needed to learn that time, Jesus, I need you more than I need you before. Remember, I said to you that Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to me. Yes, if I did not have God, I would have been dead living in my grave, guys. If I did not have God. I don't come from a house where there was foundation set of spirituality. It was live your life to the fullest, enjoy life, and go. Jesus was the best thing that happened to me. Ever, by far. Of course, then the rest come. Then the rest come. I'm going to get jealousy now from the parentals and the this and the that, and the rest come. Hey, so welcome, so. So, hi, Sevi. Hi, Sevi. How's baby doing? So I'm going to greet you as I go. So yes. So then, of course, time came, and I said to you, my pregnancy was very difficult. It was in and out of hospital. The whole almost 10 months. I'm going through that. I gave birth, and I gave birth to Cortez. The question arose, did I want to see the other baby? No. Your body is so amazing. It actually absorbs the other baby that, it doesn't. There's just a little bit of waste left, but there was nothing really to see, and I didn't want to see that. But the strangest thing is that my son usually will say, Mommy, I miss my brother. At 9, I'm turning 9 in August. Yeah, I'm a big woman now. I can't believe it. Big kids. The older one is 25, guys. So I was just going through, sitting down with him, and he said to me, he missed his brother. I have a bigger shocker. Because in our minds, and in people's minds, and in societal minds, is he doesn't know what happened to him. he doesn't know. My 9-year-old told me that things has evolved and things has changed. Nothing is the same anymore. Nothing is the same anymore. And as an older person, as a mature person, you need to learn. And I was actually saying this to my son the other day. If you're mature, if you're older, and I'm the eldest daughter, and I'm the let me say the eldest daughter. My brother's 5 minutes older than me. He liked to keep himself big. He's not going to watch this maybe later, and he's going to laugh at this. He liked to tell me that I'm the eldest. 5 minutes. What is 5 minutes? He's 5 minutes older than me. That's my twin brother, Justin Smith, and he will go on about his age with his older than me. But I think I'm the oldest sister after 4 brothers. You know, and having to be like a mother hen or a lioness to take care of, I knew how to take care of kids and things, and then I gave birth to this one. Oh my days. My son, hi Althea. My son was the most, listen, I keep on saying if my last born, take note, I said last born, if my last born was my firstborn, I'd have had a lot of kids. But Cortez scared me off of having any more kids. That's my oldest son, you know, my oldest son. Scared me off of having more kids. Because I gave birth to this child. I'm going to postnatal depression, and a lot of women don't speak about it. I literally felt like I want to throw this child through the window. Because when this child was born, this child cried for 6 months non-stop. Guys, I am not exaggerating. My husband will come up one day and we'll talk about this again. Just how he processed everything. I'm speaking about me processing things right now and stuff. And it was frustrating, you know, having a baby that just cries. Who just cries like that? Just cries. He doesn't even sleep. He wasn't even sleeping. He was just going through terrible time. Who knows? It's not easy to trust God sometimes when things are very dark. And everybody around you tell you that you have to look at the end, or there is light at the end of the tunnel, when they don't know how it is to walk through a dark tunnel and what happens walking through that dark tunnel. And that was my tunnel experience, now walking through the dark tunnel to wanting to reach out to a light. It was taking so long. So he was here, and he's the biggest blessing ever, the most creative child ever. He is. I had a friend, and she locked on. She locked on actually now. I needed in the time to connect with people who has gone through what I've gone through. So I connected with Lynette Basson. I think she's gonna log on later because she's gonna come. She was one of my mentors through it, because she also lost a baby, and you know, postnatal depression hit me very hard after giving birth. And I went through a terrible dip, where I felt like I wanted to cut myself. I wanted to throw the baby out of the window. I didn't want to have a child, because this child just cries. It doesn't make me feel like a mom, and then it just cries when I'm breastfeeding. I'm that kind of mom. I'm very traditional and stuff. And cut a long story short, we have him and he's alive. Jordan came as the biggest surprise. My last born was the biggest miracle ever, because I told myself, I spoke to God. And remember, when you speak to God, be specific with your petition, because God is so easy to access. My English data bundles are going. He's so easy to access. And spoke to God about it. And I said to God, I do not want to go through IVF anymore. I almost died, mind you know, going through IVF. And I said, I do not want to go through IVF. Jordan's experience I'll speak about again on another day. So I went through all that, but God kept me, and I'm still alive. And so many times women walk around with masks, and we don't want to unmask. And that's why I come here without makeup. I've done a little bit of my brows, and a good bit of eye pencil, nothing else. Everything else is all natural, you know. And did my hair. I have to do my hair. Not all the time, but I had to do it today. It's not so hot, so I decided to do this, and the hair will last an hour, and then it will go back to its mama. Trusting God is not something that you can work on, you know, overnight. I just said to someone, if you break a vase and you try to put it together, the vase will not look the same anymore. But guess what? If you put a light in that vase, a light will shine to different parts of the cracks. I am literally standing in front of you saying that I'm a broken vase, and there is light. Anyone else struggling with connection? Anyone else struggling with connection? So we're speaking about a connection that is bad. If not, I'm just going to load this up later and then you can watch it again. All right, getting back to that again. And you have to learn that in every crack you have, every wrinkle you have, everything you have, there's a light that shines through it. Every woman has to understand that we all have brokenness inside of us. No man is an island, and no story. I always say your situation is not special. Don't mope around, don't lay around, don't cry yourself to sleep because you think it's the only thing. Yes, go through your emotions. We are emotional beings, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we can allow ourselves to be us. I literally have to go in the next few minutes because I've been on here for so long. Please do watch Rita, Sevi, Mariana, welcome. Please go watch my previous video and then you can follow up on this. I did explain that we had a technical glitch earlier, so we had to come back again. So help us God with South Africa and the load shedding and the cable stealings and all those kind of things. But we speak peace over those guys, and may God bless them as they go around, you know, selling these things. Oh, Lord, it's so hard. It's not easy sometimes to bless people that hurts you. Jesus, help us. Tell Rita, what did you say, honey? Jesus, help us. It's not easy to release, but I want to leave you with this. And if there's anything you take from me now, I want you to take this from me. As an older sister, as an older of the elders, and having to keep the fort at home, and I'm still the elder sister. I just discovered my other two beautiful sisters as well. But I'm the eldest. I keep on telling to them, oh sis, I'm the Nwaya, you know? Die Jens in Toa, Justine is on Jens in Toa, Nwaya, no one else, you know? I am the one, and I'm the boss, baby, you know? You have to look after me. I'm the Igwe, I'm the Oga, you know? So, and I had to learn that, and you know, as the older sister, that you have to lead by example, and even if that example means silence. Sometimes we speak too much as older sisters, and I've realized that I became. I spoke to my husband yesterday, and we had a heart-to-heart talk, and I said, "Yeah, we must forgive. It's hard. It's very hard." We're working on it. I work on my salvation every day. I tell you guys, I work on my salvation every day. And even if your example means silence. And I said, sometimes as older sisters, we want to fix everything. Not knowing we're getting broken in the time. And it takes time for us to start fixing ourselves. We don't make time for ourselves. When last did you make time for you? Just feeling like you time. Dance yourself. Dance alone. Dance with. I have kids. My kids love dancing with me, and I enjoy that. But you find your niche, and you find your oomph, and you find what makes you happy in this time. Through your brokenness, you still shine, because on all those cracks, there is still some light coming through. And because of that, I want you to carry on and live another day. I want you to wake up and smile and say, Jesus, I am still alive to live my lifetime season. It's not ended yet, but while I still have purpose, I will fulfill God's plan for my life in this lifetime. No, tell me that's not easy. It's not easy when your family attack you. It's not easy when your brothers, sisters, Yo, the people out there attack me. Listen, guys, I had ugly messages about my rape experience. I had people saying, why am I doing this? I'm looking for attention. I'm looking for this. I ain't looking for attention. I'm 40 years old, not 14. I've gone through 40 years of life of trying to sort out me. I know who I am. So whoever have issues have to go figure out who they are. I know who I am, and worse is, God has created who I am. Daddy Jesus is amazing, guys. If you want to figure out who you are, let me show you something. Take a look at me, I'm a wonder. It doesn't matter what you see now. Can't you see His glory? You know, I know who I am, you know. And I don't want you to give up, guys. I want you to keep on going. Encourage the ladies around you. Do not get moved by opinions of others because they do not matter. Your beauty, it's not in the makeup and in the hair and the fashion sense and trying to print things. Your beauty is not in the shoes you wear, in the white smile, in the earrings and stuff you wear. Your beauty is how you come out after you've been hit down. Do you understand that? How do you raise up when you've been hit down? I want to speak to the woman out there. Raise up when you feel it down. Adjust your crown again. Adjust your crown, queen. Step like you know whose you are. You belong to God. You are the head and you're not the tail. You are royal priesthood. You are everything God said you are. You are beautiful. You're your own beautiful. You're your own child. You're your own woman. Everything you are, God has created you to be. No one else can put that stamp on you. Remember, He is a creator. When anything goes wrong, you go back to the person that has created you. And who is that? And that's God. Go back to your creator. Go speak to Him about everything and anything. In this time, I said last week, no pastor can lay hands on you. You cannot go for consultation where doctor surgeries are empty. We are afraid to go to the hospitals. Lay hands on yourself and speak to yourself that you will prosper. Have affirmations. Tell yourself that you are worth it. Tell yourself you're beautiful. Even though there's a frown line. Even there's a, what do you call this, lines. Even though you're starting to get bags of your eyes. Even though your body is going bigger and it's uncomfortable and stuff. You are beautiful. Just the way you are. Do not change who you are unless God changes who you are. Listen. When you give your life to God, God does not change your personality, sweetheart. He changes your character. Character we work on every day to make sure we refine, to make sure that we look like Christ when we walk in the street. A personality is born with you and is that thing that you cling on to. If you're crazy, go out and be an intercessor for your people out there because that is what crazy people do. God bless you. May the peace of the Lord be with you and be with your family. Botswana, Zimbabwe, I'm so happy. United Kingdom, thank you for tuning in tonight. I'm so happy to have some of my friends here. Mariana Doe, I keep on saying to her, she was almost my auntie-in-law. Tell Rita, sweetheart, you are amazing. Thank you for tuning in and making time. Jonga. And the 7 zile Goku tell Rita, where are you? Open Goku. Sheila, I want to try and speak. I want to say, the only thing I know in Sotho is Kiaurata. But you know I love you. Sheila, we have such a story, and one day we share when you're in South Africa. Is that okay? We're going to share all our lovely craziness. And we're going to share how honest and pure we were to God in our youth and stuff. Yes, Mariana, it is my live feed. I'm going to tell you guys what happened. And tell Rita, I can know your secrets, so I'm not going to do that yet. Guys, God bless you. Father, we thank you. Can we say, our Father, where you are, where you are, where you are. Let's do this quickly. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. It's not easy. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. And the church say, Amen. God bless you. Have a lovely evening. Do me a favor, invite your girls. Next week we're speaking about love, sex, fashion, gifts, because it's Lovers Month and I'm going to blow your mind. Guys, I'm excited for next month. Next week is Lovers Month. Are you ready for your red and your beautiful red lips? And I'm going to promise you I'm going to come with red lips every Thursday for the next Lovers Month. And we're going to have some guests on, international and national, local. I'm very excited. But you have to look forward to that. God bless you. I love you guys. You guys are my sunshines. You make my day. Thank you for bringing estrogen to the table. God bless you. Emil, I have to go. Sheila, God bless you. Mariana, you know, you have to be very nice to me. You have to be very nice to me, Mariana. Jarita, God bless you, babes. Keep alive, keep going. Remember, waking up in the morning is purpose. Waking up in the morning is purpose. Waking up in the morning meaning you still have a lifetime. You still have purpose to fulfill in this lifetime, in your lifetime. You will live and you will not die to declare the good work of Jesus Christ in the name of Jesus. Good night.